I'm gonna see if I can't find some place to get a haircut. Told there's one up here by the bridge, but I just don't know how far of a walk it is.
Kuya, saan pa may barbero dito? Opo.
Barbero.
Dito sa tabi-tabi lang.
Put my umbrella up because that sun is a serious adversary, and he bakes and he bakes and he bakes on my neck. I was a redneck already, but try not to get turned into a lobster.
Hello.
Okay, I'm going to turn the camera off. These GoPros get hot pretty quick, so I'll turn it back on if I can find some place to get a haircut. The barber, we've been given so many different directions, it's funny. I think people in the Philippines, they just want to be friendly and give you some kind of advice. So one of the guys just told us Korean town. So I'm assuming this is the gate. We're officially in Korea. Again, I was in Korea in 1999. Had a good time there.
Sige, salamat.
In town, whenever you can't read some of the signs. I'll say one thing, the Koreans keep their town pretty clean. I mean,
Saan barbero dito, ate? Barbero.
compared to where we just came from, there's
Ano po ito sa ano? Junito.
a lot of garbage and things like that. They really keep this clean. Red Devil Gym. I'm gonna check that place out sometime. I don't know if I want to hang out in a place that's called Devil though. That's like, I saw on Walking Street there's a club called Lucifer. And I was like, yeah, that's about right, you know. Lucifer. Can't seem to find a barber. I'm sure it's on one of these side streets, but I'll tell you, this is a really nice part of town. If I don't trip and fall and bust my head while I'm looking at a camera instead of looking at those types of things. I noticed too, like in the Philippines, not so much in this part of town, but they never fix like the holes in the sidewalk and stuff. And it's like, I don't know, I guess probably because there's nobody to sue, and everybody's sue happy in America, so they got to fix everything, because if somebody trips, you know, or somebody like busts a rim in a pothole or something, then they get attorneys and they sue everyone. Basically walked all over Korean town here. And almost everybody says, oh, right down here, right down there. There's no barber here. And I Googled it just to look, and there doesn't, I mean, you can't really trust that, because like the mom and pop type barber shops aren't going to show up on Google. But there hasn't been a single thing show up. A couple of different like nail salons and hair extensions and those sorts of things, but no luck on a barber. So if anybody's watching this that cuts hair, men's hair, and you open up a barbershop here in Koreatown, I think you'd make a killing. Because some of the people we talk to are driving, 15, 20 minutes away to get a haircut. So I could cut my own hair, that's what I mostly do, but I don't have clippers. I guess that's an option too. I could try to buy a set of clippers. Cebu Pacific. We'll be jumping on one of those here pretty soon to fly to Davao. So stay in tune. If you watch some of these videos, we're not going to be in Angeles much longer. The plan is we're going to visit a church in Davao and then check out Davao. I hear Davao's wonderful. That's where former President Rodrigo Duterte is from. And it's very clean, and from what I've heard, it's very safe. And I've heard a lot of good things about it. So plus it's part of the Visayas region, so my wife is she's from Cebu, so she'll fit in real well with the culture and the language and everything. So looking forward to that. And then also we want to check out some of the beaches and some of the tourist places. El Nido, Palawan, Boracay, that sort of thing. I want to try and go to some of the tourist places just to, create some memories, relax on the beach. But of course, when you go to those places, everything's a little bit more expensive as well. Not that Angeles City is completely cheap, because there's a ton of Americans and other foreigners here that have driven up the prices to the point where you can't even afford to get into a tricycle anymore. That's why we mostly use Grab whenever we go places, because if you're a single person, you can afford the trike, okay. I think it's 100 pesos, and then, depending on how far you got to go, maybe 150, $2 or $3, but you have to double the price. So unlike Grab, it don't matter how many people you have. You could have 2 or 3 people, and it's the same price, and they tell you exactly what the price is when you get in the car. So, and most of the time it's $2, so you can go pretty much anywhere in Angeles for around $2. Whereas, the tricycle, because there's 2 of us, it ends up being $5 or more than that if you get ripped off, which they tend to try to do when you have a long nose. So, well, at any rate, I'm either gonna have to try to buy some clippers or pay for a Grab to take me somewhere to get my hair cut, because it's getting out of control.